Good morning, Deer Valley traffic. Cessna Skyhawk, November 73626 is at Romeo 5. We're going to taxi to 7 right via Charlie 1 for a westbound departure to Glendale, Deer Valley. Deer Valley traffic, Cessna Skyhawk, November 73626 is holding short of 7 right at Charlie 1, ready for departure westbound. Deer Valley traffic, no response. November 73626 taking the active 7 right, Deer Valley. All right, lights, camera, action. Everything looks in the green. Good. Deer Valley traffic, November 73626 rolling on 7 right, Deer Valley. Full power, heels to the floor.
All right. Bright redder and you can pay me now.
Okay.
I'll never forget that. That's so
yeah, that's
funny.
great. So we've got airspeed's
alive. We're looking for 60.
Rotate. We're going to pitch down a little bit for airspeed. So we exit ground effect. Ground effect is not in effect anymore.
It's ineffective. Ground ineffective.
I'm going to nose down just a little bit because we're getting down to 70. Decent rate of climb. It's not the 1,000 we had last 3 weeks ago.
Traffic Cessna on 21718. We are taxiing to 7 right via Charlie. Any traffic advisor, please.
Cessna Skyhawk, November 73626, just climbing out on the departure leg. About to turn right crosswind, Deer Valley.
We saw you guys and we're gonna keep looking on you guys. 718.
We saw you guys.
Copy that, sir. We'll do the same for you, 73626.
Thank you.
Getting a little slow here and we're able to turn.
Yes, but isn't there a difference when it gets warmer now?
Yeah.
Even that 3 weeks time, it's like, oh, okay. Well, if it's in the daytime or it's warmer still, you will notice less of a performance.
Gotcha, yeah. 73626, just turning right crosswind, Deer Valley.
7 right.
7 right, crosswind. Yeah, I knew I'd feel a little something. It's just...
Now, if the tower were open, unless otherwise instructed, they expect us to do the full downwind toward approach end, then we can leave the pattern.
Okay.
But since we're talking and we don't hear everybody else coming in, if you wanted, you could just say just entering downwind, departing southwest to Glendale, or whatever, or you can wait down there, but I would announce leaving the pattern for sure.
Deer Valley traffic, November 73626, departing for the southwest Glendale from Deer Valley. Deer Valley traffic. Deer Valley traffic, November 73626, last call. We're departing Deer Valley Field, heading to Glendale, Deer Valley.
Okay, now let's get weather, 119.425.
119.425?
Yes, and to get the 42, hit
that's
this
right.
little guy here. See, now it's got the 25, so 42, you won't see the 5.
Okay,
and then switch to number 2.
Okay, and this is number 2?
21.0. For additional information, contact Luke Approach on 118.15 or Phoenix Approach on 120.7.
Glendale Airport, automated weather observation. 1225 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 26 Celsius. 2.8 Celsius. Altimeter 2978. Remarks. Density altitude 2,700.
Glendale Tower, hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 0600 to 2030 local time. Saturday and Sunday hours of operation are 0700 to 1900 local time. The frequency for automated weather is 119.425. Common traffic advisory frequency and pilot controlled lighting are on frequency 121.0. For additional information, contact Luke Approach on 118.15 or Phoenix Approach on 120.7.
Okay, now their tower is 121.0.
Glendale Airport, automated weather observation 1226.
And we're probably about 7 to the northeast. So you can say where we are, our altitude, and we better start descending. We don't want to bust Bravo.
Oh, gotcha.
It gets a little lower in here.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of turning us. Okay, see where those bigger buildings are, and then just beyond it.
Right there.
Yeah, those are hangars, and the open ramp, that's the black in between.
Oh, okay, so we're landing on 19 there.
We can,
okay,
or we can do runway 1.
That's fine. Let's do 19er if we may.
19er, yes. But let's do a full pattern just to get the practice
that sounds
of it.
Good.
So we'll go out and do a 45 come in.
Okay.
Because see the houses up here, it's better to use 19er in the morning. Because if you're
because when you're taking
power
around,
on one, they cry like babies.
I hear you.
That's why we can't do touch and goes early.
Glendale traffic, November 73626, type 172, about 7 miles northeast, inbound for landing on 19. We're going to do a pattern first. Glendale traffic.
Okay. So, and I should have shown this to you on the chart, and I didn't think about it.
No, I didn't look at it. See, I got a place today.
There's a little bit of Bravo that goes down 3,000 feet, which is real close to the stadiums. So, and our traffic pattern altitude here is 2,100.
And 101?
Yep.
Yeah.
So now let's kind of come and descend some more, and let's head. We can't go left traffic because of Luke.
Okay.
Which is a normal, so we got to do right traffic.
Okay.
Actually, it'll be left traffic when we come in on 19er, but we're going to go out here to turn around and come in. I'm sorry.
Okay. If you'd show me, like, if we can just go with do that together, that'd be great.
Okay. Let's just descend.
I'm going to pull a little bit more power here, just about 2,000.
Yeah.
This is how I saw it in Google Images. I was just Googling it. It's
okay.
So I was just looking at it, and this is exactly the picture they had of it. So it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and these two big buildings are Conair and Coca-Cola and a couple of other things.
Okay.
And you can see the runway, one taxiway, which is between the runway and the hangars in the airport. So we're going to come out. We'll be below 3,000. We're going to kind of go see where the stadium is, and then across the freeway, that kind of rectangular. We're going to kind of head for that. It's a wide pattern, but we have to do that to come around,
to get in,
come in on the 45, and then downwind will be this way, base, and then final.
Okay.
And if the tower would open, they would have us to a straight in, but I want you to kind of practice the pattern.
Okay, sounds good.
Once we're there, we'll be in the pattern.
So this is right pattern?
This right pattern if we were using 1.
Okay.
But left pattern for 19er. But we got to come out here and swing around to set us up for left.
Okay. Do you want me to call right crosswind for 19?
Well, we're not really crosswind because we're not taking off. But you could probably say we're about 2 to the northeast, 3,100 descending. And you can say we're going to set ourselves up for the 45 for left traffic 19er.
Okay.
Glendale traffic, Cessna 73626, about 1.5 miles northeast. Currently 2,900 descending. We're going to fly a bit to the east to set ourselves up for the 45 for left traffic 19er. Deer Valley, or excuse me, Glendale traffic.
That's why I was pausing. I'm like,
you got to kind of think everything
Yeah, this
through.
is good. Like, it's kind of breaking the mold of Deer Valley a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, then let's come back. We can come back even more on the power. We'll just sync quicker.
Okay, we're about 18. Nope. 19.
So we're below that 3,000, which can be a sticky wicket. Okay, see the runway?
Yes.
And we're going to fly out here a little bit over the houses. once we get to 2,100, we'll just kind of set ourselves up. See, we're almost midfield, so we're going to turn around and come in on the 45. Glendale traffic 626, turning a right 90 degrees for a 45 entry to left downwind, run 19er. We were going to be doing stop and goes, Glendale traffic. Okay, now we're building up a whole bunch of airspeed. We are coordinated. Okay, let's try to stay at 2,100. Okay, so that's kind of almost a sloppy 45, but we tried to come in. Okay.
Okay.
Glendale traffic 626, midfield, left downwind, runway 19er, stop and goes. Glendale traffic. Okay. Now let's do carb heat.
Okay, copy. Going in.
And we're in the white arc, so we can do that notch flaps.
10 degrees. Compensating.
And now we're going to look for the runway numbers, and we're going to be at a 45-degree angle for that.
We're losing a little bit of airspeed
You
there.
can give us a little bit more power if you need to.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're at a good 45 to the numbers. So now let's bring back the power and begin our descent.
Okay. So that's where I get a little nervous, is pulling on the power.
Yeah, but when you pull
Right.
back, the nose goes
Right.
down anyway.
Right, and that's what I got to get used to. That's the big thing I got to get used to, is the
Yeah.
trade-off of descent into...
Exchanging pitch for power. Glendale traffic, 626. Left base for runway 19er, stop and goes, Glendale. So we can do another notch flaps.
Okay, straight level, second notch. Pitch a little more down, keep that airspeed going.
And come back, yeah. And you can just make it steeper so we're not really flying it down. And I mean, we come back on the power. Good coordination, balls in the center. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626. About 3/4 mile final, runway 19er, stop and goes, Glendale.
Just gonna add a little more power to keep it.
Yeah. Power as necessary.
Keep happy, happy, as they say.
Yeah. Okay, now we got our numbers. And runway is assured.
Okay, power back to
Now we can become a glider. If you want to put that last notch in, we can.
Okay.
Back on that nose, looking down at the end. All right, John. Okay, back on the yoke. I think we'll have enough. We can get stopped before Alpha
Okay.
6.
That was an
Okay.
interesting landing.
Yes. Okay, now we can clean it up
That's right.
and give us power. We should be
Okay.
off, okay?
So we're climbing out, like going
Yeah.
full power? Okay.
Almost like a touch and go, except a stop and go.
Okay, and we're doing left traffic.
Yes.
Airspeed's alive. 50 knots. 60. Rotate. I kind of did that a little fast because of the little yaw effect.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, no problem. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, upwind, runway 19er, stop and goes, Glendale. Okay, we talked a little bit more to let them know what we were doing coming in. But
Yeah.
now that we're in the pattern, we can just announce crosswind, left crosswind, left downwind. If you want to talk midfield, at this airport they like us to announce midfield, even though they have radar. That's an old habit that they've had.
Sure.
It's not published anyplace. Once in a while they get grumpy. Stars are report midfield. Yes, sir. Sorry, I didn't know. I will. I mean, I know, so I'm passing it on.
Understood. That's good to know.
Okay, now we're about 500 feet, so we can
Oh,
begin.
okay.
See, it's a little different here because
Yeah, that's
the
right.
elevation is a little over 1,000.
Oh.
Glendale traffic, 626, turning left, crosswind, runway 19er, Glendale.
I knew this one would be educational, like just the new atmosphere and new scenery.
Yep. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, midfield, left downwind, runway 19er, stop and goes, Glendale. Okay, I'll let you keep talking there if you want me to. Or
that's fine. I appreciate you talking for letting me concentrate. I appreciate that.
Oh, hey, we'll do that because you've been doing really good.
I feel okay on the radio. Like I feel natural. It's just.
Yeah. No, I want you to fly the airplane first. And I know you can work it, and you did, and you had a good picture in your mind when we came in here what we were going to do.
So that crossroad right there, is that about like just before that? Is that a good turn? Like just kind of like where the bend is?
So
I feel like.
Now I'm going to say we're just about at a 45 from the numbers.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Okay, yeah, this is pretty good right in here.
Okay. I didn't hit any flaps or carb heat yet because I forgot about it, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do flaps when we're level. You can do carb heat right now.
Okay.
Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, turning left base, runway 19er, stop and goes, Glendale.
That's my instinct.
Now you can kind of come back on the power so we're not flying it down.
Okay, I'm going to train level 1 notch.
Okay.
I know it's kind of late.
And we can begin our turn here. And once our wing level, we'll do that second notch. And see, that third notch really helps us come to a stop a little better, too.
Yeah.
Okay, now our airspeed is good, so put the nose down, back in the power, exchanging pitch for power.
Okay. Gotcha.
Glendale traffic, 626, final, runway 19er, stop and goes, Glendale.
So can I bump the power just a little bit? If I see it kind of sink, just give it a little bit to keep it? Okay.
Power is necessary.
Okay. Because sometimes I feel like the nose down trade-off, I do it too soon, so a little power to, like right here,
but
maybe
right
just
now
a little
we are
bit.
a little bit high.
Okay.
So in a sense, that's okay if you want to get right on the glide slope to let it sink a little bit.
Okay.
Then when it gets red and white, you know you're right there. And I think these lights are a little off.
I think we're now on this, yeah. Okay. So it's okay right here to be at 60?
Yes.
Okay. Like, I just don't want to drop it out and just...
Yeah. Okay, now come back to idle and last notch if you'd like to. Okay, looking at the end, come back, hold it, back, back. Okay, now gently on the brakes, but come back more on the yoke.
Yeah, see, that's where I...
Okay. You don't have to do them real hard.
Okay.
So you hear that little bit, that's a little too hard.
Okay, that's what I did. I hit the right one
in.
too fast.
Yeah.
I did the snap response.
So you just kind of, nice and easy. And don't use the brake to turn us.
Yeah.
You know, when you're braking, you kind of use the rudder.
Okay.
Okay, now we can take off.
All
We're
right.
cleaned up.
Just to the floor, cleaned up. Full power. Lined up with the center of the runway. Airspeed's coming alive a little bit.
Yeah, as long as we're stopped by Alpha 6, I think we're okay. We can still have plenty of runway left, okay?
Sounds good. This is fun. I knew it would be.
Yes. So now you're learning a stop and go.
Yeah, at a different airport. Yes. I appreciate you putting up with me here. I'm kind of like all over the place.
Oh, hey, John. No. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, upwind, runway 19er, Glendale.
Got a nice climb performance there, 1,000 at 80 almost.
Yes. And lots of times we get some little breeze up here between the Estrellas and South Mountain, so it kind of ventures.
Okay.
But that same thing coming in, even me, as many hours, and I've done a lot of training on this airport, a lot of flying in and out of it, I can overshoot when we're using runway 19er, because as you're descending, all of a sudden some of that gentle air movement, I wouldn't call it always wind, will just, at that last minute when you're turning, just push you past.
Yeah.
And the danger of that is we try to crank it over to get lined up, and just don't do that, okay? Because that's where you're Glendale, traffic 626, left crosswind, turning left downwind, runway 19er Glendale. Okay, we're a little outside of that little concrete canal there.
Oh yeah, that's...
Yeah, if you see the darker trees for the older homes on acres and then these newer houses, I kind of let the darker trees and the roofs, so when you come over here another time during the daytime, you'll look for the dark trees and these new roofs, because these houses are a lot newer, so they don't have the big tall trees.
Oh, okay. Right at pattern, altitude.
Okay, and we're almost midfield. Whenever we're beam the ramp area in between the north and south hangars, that's and the towers right there, that's kind of midfield.
Okay, so that's where we
Good
do
on
car
the
peak.
altitude, you bet.
Yeah, I kept pulling back on that first notch.
Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, midfield, left downwind, runway 19er Glendale. And we can double check, and we are at about 1, so we know we're magnetically doing the proper thing. You know, just to make sure we're parallel, because we know it's 1 and 19er.
Just past this little arch right here.
Sure.
The road.
You bet. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, turning left base, runway 19er, Glendale. Okay, now we can come back a little on the power.
It'll take me just a bit, but that trade-off, I'll get it eventually.
Okay. Oh, I feel like there's a tiny bit of air movement. Let's start our turn now.
Okay.
So we won't overshoot. And you can remember that you can always, got your hand on that throttle, you can always give it power if you need to.
Okay.
And then when we're level, we'll do second notch. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, turning final, runway 19er, Glendale.
Wow, if we would have went normal, like you said, I still overshot it a little.
Yeah. It seems as the sun comes up, it becomes a little bit more pronounced. It's not really a wind, but it's just a gentle movement enough. And I'm sure all these fields and then the desert and then the houses, you got stuff like, oh, okay, we had a little bit of interesting stuff there.
It's doing that buffeting on the rudder, the flipper a little bit.
Yeah. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, short final, runway 19er, Glendale.
I'm going to do last.
Okay.
And 65.
Okay, runway's assured, back on the power, now we're a glider. So now we're just going to be using our pitch. Got full flaps. We're going to land a little longer on this one, but I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
She's sinking. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, just, you can do directional current. Now back on the yoke to take that pressure all the way back if you need to. That's fine. Okay. Good one.
Nice. I'm getting it. I feel the flare a little bit. Even what now I need to work on is directional control afterwards and like balance.
Yes.
Full power, airspeed's alive, 40. There we go. Rotate. Speed, and then we can climb out of here. I like this airport. It's a nice little airport to do.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, upwind, runway 19er, Glendale. See, we're getting a better performance here, but does that indicate that we got a little bit of wind moving towards us or a little air movement that makes us climb higher? And we felt it turning final, so that's a couple of spots in the pattern that it kind of gives me that affirmation that, yeah, we got it moving.
Looking for that canal. That's a good reference point.
Yeah, because that's a nice downwind distance. And when you're at 1,000 feet, when you're looking towards the runway, it'll be a half to 3/4 of the way up the strut where the runway slices through our strut.
He's on the climb a little bit.
Okay, so where we are, if you look where the runway slices through the strut, is that about halfway for you?
Oh, yes,
roughly?
I see. Yeah.
Okay, and then if we were using this side, you're further away, so it visually looked like 3/4 over here. Okay, midfield, good. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, midfield, left downwind, runway 19er, Glendale.
And the next reference is just past this this little curve right here.
Okay. See, that I can't see, but if you can see it, that's fine.
I'm just going to pitch nose down a little bit because I'm a couple 50, 100 feet above.
Okay.
Right about in this little complex, it's like a slice right through this little housing development here.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of like we're at altitude, speed 75.
Okay.
Kind of like turn right before that, like
okay.
like right into it.
Okay. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, turning left base, runway 19er, Glendale. And after this one, if you want, we can take off and head back.
Okay.
That'll give us 5 of them here. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
See how much you can get done doing a normal pattern and you don't have to fight a lot of, of course you haven't seen the long patterns at Deer Valley with students yet.
Not yet, I've been waiting for that.
Yeah, it will happen. Okay, let's come back. We're only at 2,000. Let's come back to about 1,500 here, and that'll make the nose go down more.
Okay.
So just kind of expect that. And we could do second notch. Nice turn. See how this time we compensated a little bit, turning a little earlier. So now we're just coming right out on final. So there's not that tendency to really overbank, okay? You know, don't overbank. It's better to do a go around over the top of the airport because there's not going to be anybody there.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Yeah, I know what you're saying with that huge bank. I've read a lot and seen videos of where people weigh and then no thanks.
Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, short final, runway 19er, Glendale.
Just keeping a little more power, just a little bit more.
Right,
just to make
because
it.
now you've got that nice in the same spot. She's not moving up or down. Okay, let's do that last notch of flaps. That'll help us descend. And then now we can go back on the power. We're a glider.
That out with the rudder a little bit. Good.
Okay, and we don't have much wind.
Oh, there's a bird right there.
Get out of there, birdie. Okay, wings level. Back. Oh, I think we got a little bit of pot. There you go.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Oh, John, so beautiful.
Thank you, Jackie.
Okay, back on that yoke. Remember, take the
That's
pressure.
right.
And just gently on the brakes for a little bit evenly, so that'll be our directional control.
Okay.
And just hold her back. Okay, we're a little longer on this one, Alpha 5, but we should be okay.
Okay, so we have
Because
more
we know
runway?
at Alpha 6.
Okay. Oh, we're shorter on the...
Yeah,
Okay.
or we have been Alpha 6, but I know by the time we lift off this distance we've still got.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty, cool.
Heels to the floor, full power. Get lined up here. Gotta stop being a noob. No, I'm just kidding.
We all are. Just every time we fly, we're that little bit more away from being a newbie.
Speed's alive, almost at rotation. Rotate.
See, we still have plenty of runway.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just are still in ground effect side. Nose down just a little bit.
Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, upwind runway 19er. We will be doing a full pattern departing to the northeast back to Deer Valley. This is our last stop and go, Glendale. Just in case somebody's listening.
Yeah.
FYI, touch and goes aren't authorized until after 7 o'clock at Glendale.
Yes, sir. We were doing stop and goes. That's okay, isn't it?
Affirmative.
Okay, yes, this was our last stop and go, and we are going to be departing the departing the pattern. See, stop and go, this is not a touch and go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did I say this is our last touch and go? If I did, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
because I was very specific.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We were doing stop and go.
I think it's just someone being one of those.
Yeah, he's a tower guy. I recognize the voice.
Yep. He's probably just getting warmed up for the day, so he's like, aha.
Gotta pick on somebody.
I gotcha. You early birds aren't getting away with this.
Yes. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, left crosswind, turning left downwind. We will be departing to the northeast, Glendale traffic.
I'm totally kidding about this. This is not a good attitude to have in aviation, but it reminds me of that Mighty Python thing. You know, what are you going to do? Nibble me bum? You know, I'm terrible. I should not be like that, but.
Hey, if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. And people are people, and humans are humans. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. It's just like when you told me the ordinance for touch and goes and stuff, I was like, man,
I think it does say it.
I'm surprised you didn't hear anything. And then right as our last one is like, not authorized until 7 p.m. or 7 a.m.
Yes, sir, and we were doing stop and goes. That's authorized, correct? I mean, I was questioning if something's changed. I didn't know. Well, yes, it is.
Oh, I don't know what time it is. I should have I'm getting a wristwatch here pretty soon, but.
5:57. So by the time we get there, the tower will be just opening at Deer Valley.
If you would grab control for me real quick.
Got it.
You have control. Oh.
Yes. Glendale traffic, Cessna 626, last call. Currently 2,500, departing the pattern northeast back to Deer Valley. Glendale traffic. 126.5.
Yeah, I thought
There you go.
6.5. We got 2.
Yeah, in the headset. This then down. You had it on speaker.
20.2.
There you go.
Flies on initial contact. You have information. Uniform.
Uniform.
Deer Valley Tower information. Uniform. Time 1253 Zulu. Wind 080 at 5. Temperature 2.2. Altimeter 2981. Visual approach and use landing runway 7 left and 7 right. Notice airman taxiway Alpha closed between ramp 7 and ramp 9er. Taxiway Alpha 9er, Alpha 10, and ramp 8 closed. VFR aircraft advise ground control direction of flight. Arrivals from south, contact tower 118.4. From north, contact tower 120.2. Flies on initial contact. You have information. Uniform.
Deer Valley traffic, Cessna 73626, approximately 8 to the southwest, 3,200 inbound for landing with uniform.
Javier traffic Cessna 21718, we are final for 7 right, Javier traffic.
Okay, apparently the tower's not open. I just heard they ate us. I thought they were. This is 736262 Deer Valley traffic. We are now currently about 6 to the southwest, and we are 3,300 descending. We will set ourselves up for a straight in from the foothills for 7 right, Deer Valley traffic. Yeah,
I think the tower is going to open soon.
Yes, I have just exactly 6, and when I heard the recorded ATIS, I just assumed they were open, thought my watch was off. Thanks.
Tower open in 15 seconds.
Roger that.
That's great.
Final 300 Zulu, Deer Towers resuming class helper.
That just like suspense voice. Tower open in 15
Information
seconds.
uniform is current. Notice Chairman, taxiway Alpha closed between ramp 7 and ramp 9er. Taxiway Alpha 9er, Alpha 10 and ramp 8 are closed. Any aircraft or vehicle on frequency, advise your intentions.
Yes, Deer Valley Tower, Cessna 73626, about 7 to the southwest. We are setting ourselves up for a straight in. We do have a uniform for 7 right.
That's 73626 Deer Valley Tower, report 4 mile final, runway 7 right, straight in approved, and say type landing.
We'll report 4 miles, it will be a full stop, and we'll be taxiing off 626.
Deer Valley Tower Cessna 21718, we are upwind for 7 right, we'd love to change to 7 left.
That's 21718 Deer Valley Tower, continue straight out, say your request.
We can't change the 187.
Tower will be open in
15 seconds. That was great. Oh man.
That's the 718, what's your request? You want to
you can
full
have
stop,
fun and still be, you know, professional and not
that's the 718, roger.
sloppy or haphazard or anything.
Flying straight out,
For sure.
That's 718, make left traffic, change runway 7
So
left.
this saddle right here is it?
Actually, this
Contact
one
tower
right over here.
10.2,
Yeah, this
come
bigger
back.
one.
I see the runway
Yes.
right there.
Deer Valley Tower,
So we
just
can
right,
descend some more.
423. Request a couple touch and go.
Translate 423, Deer Valley Tower, confirm
Touch
position.
and a go.
Yeah, I love when those can touch and go.
Oh man.
So 5 miles is
All
on this
positions,
side of that big foothill. 4 miles is just the other side of it.
Are you over the departure end?
On 7 right. And, but
At the
that earthen
departing,
dam, that's an angle. If
right
they told us
upwind,
3
we'll do
miles
couple
as we would
touch and
cross
go.
that earthen
Translate
dam is
423,
about
make
3
right traffic,
miles.
runway 7 right.
Right traffic, 7 right, just right 423.
Back some more because we're not really descending very much.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm hot rodding.
Yeah. Gonna save me some money. More on gas, but less on time.
Let's buzz the tower.
Yeah. I've done that, but on purpose when we weren't sure gear was down or down and locked. And they can't guarantee lock, but if they're all down, then you're kind of sort of okay.
It's kind of nice to stretch your legs, so to speak, with going to a different airport. I like that.
Oh yeah, next time we'll go to Goodyear. So
Okay.
next week then we fly over to the top. We do have to talk to Glendale. We don't have to get their ATIS, but we do have to get the ATIS for Goodyear.
Okay.
And they're so close, really so close. So I still get the ATIS out here for Goodyear, but then we talk to Glendale Tower, tell them we want to transition their airspace to Goodyear. So they give us altimeter. That's the most critical, so we're all on the same page altitude-wise. And then we fly through, and when we're over the top, they give us a frequency change. So now we already have gotten our ATIS. We don't have to wait that. There's only about 6 miles between towers. That's not much. So we'll check it on the map. Deer Valley Tower, 626, 4 miles, 7 right.
That's the 73626, roger, continue.
Continuing 626.
Translate 423,
That
can
is
you make
not a
sure?
clear to land. Okay, got that one.
I remember that. I remember that.
Just right
Continuing what?
423.
Translate
Yeah.
423, extend downwind, follow
They
Cessna
don't
3
do
mile
it the
final.
way they're supposed to, but it's kind of understood.
I know what you're saying.
Looking for traffic,
yeah.
just right
If they had
423.
asked
Anywhere
us,
else.
626, number 1, runway 7 right, clear to land.
626, number 1, cleared to land, 7 right.
We're on glide scope too, so I think I'm gonna nose back just a little bit and
You bleed off a little of that airspeed.
just a little bit.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
And we're going to get first notch.
Okay,
And
we're in the white arc.
then we're going to do carb heat.
You betcha.
Bring our nose down just a little bit so we can keep that airspeed. And I'm high because I did that.
Yeah, hey, that's okay.
I'm starting to dig this landing, like actually feeling it and getting coordinated.
Yes.
I'm a little rusty midfield, I'll be honest, but
No, hey, that's okay.
Traffic inside, just fly 423.
it gets toasty by 6. Man.
Translate
Yeah.
423, follow
There we
the
go. There's
section
it.
number
Let's
2,
go.
runway 7 right, clear touch and go.
Plenty of speed.
Cessna, number 2, runway 7 right, clear touch and go, just
a
fly
little over
423.
to the left, get that white line right underneath your seat. And see, that way, after a little while, you can pick up how you're crabbing, so you can kind of tell what you might expect when you're landing. It doesn't always mean what the wind is up here, it'll be that on the ground. There's our interference. There's got to be radios in here for dispatch or something.
Gotcha.
I just took the squelch and turned it down a little
Sounds
bit.
good. We're keeping our
Okay.
speed. I'm keeping it up just a little bit more than
Yeah.
usual.
No, that's okay, because we got there's not a whole bunch of place to land here, so I'd rather have a little bit of altitude for us. Okay, we can do the next notch. And if you got to give it a little power, whatever you deem necessarily, we just don't need to be screaming in.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then we're going to float,
yeah.
and float, and float, and float.
We're still on Gladstone, so I'm going to nose down. Trade
Okay.
up, trade a little bit.
Cool.
We're a little low. They put-
Actually, from here on in, I just look at the runway. I don't even pay attention to those lights.
that was kind of sloppy.
That's okay. Okay, now back and gently keep bringing it back, controlling our sink.
Yeah, it was.
You're a little high, but it was nice. It really wasn't a kabang. Okay, we can turn.
Charlie
Let's not
5?
do
Cessna
5.
66, turn at Charlie 6, contact ground.
Charlie 6, contact ground, 626.